Hey everyone, on November 18th, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is set to launch in theaters worldwide. We're excited, so we're going to show you how to draw chibi Newt Scamander. So I got my Sharpie fine point marker ready to go. Let's start with the eye on the left. We're going to draw a circle, starting from the top, come down to the bottom, and then back up to the top. Now we're going to draw a highlight circle on the top left area here. So a smaller circle, just at the top left. Now I'm going to draw the same size circle right in the middle, tucked in behind the highlight for the pupil. So we're going to circle around, tuck that in underneath. We're going to color this area in black. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to leave a gap in the middle, start at the same height on the top, and draw that circle. Now we're going to draw the highlight circle on the top again. So another circle on the top. We'll tuck in the pupil underneath this highlight. So starting at the bottom of the highlight, we'll draw that same size circle underneath, and we'll color that in black. I want to give some softness to the eye, so I'm just going to add a slight curve for the upper eyelid. So on the left side, we're just going to draw a curve in an angle going across the top. So there's a little bit of same size circle tucked in behind the highlight for the pupil. And then at the bottom here, we're going to go out towards the left. We're going to add the pant cuff, so right here. We're going to add the pant cuff just along here. And then for the wand, we're just going to imagine an angled line going up straight to the tip of the wand. We're going to draw a little point up here. A little bit. In the middle here, we're going to draw on the nose. So we're going to step down a little bit here, just below the bottoms of the eyes, right about here. We're going to draw a circle, but we're going to leave it open-ended on the top. Starting on the left, we'll draw that open-ended circle for the tip of the nose. And then for the nostrils, we're just going to come down to the side on the left, circle around, leave a gap on the top, then we'll circle around on the right. Up above here, we're just going to draw a little curve for the nose bridge. Now from this eyebrow, I just want to draw a curve coming down towards the tip of the nose. I'm not going to go all the way, I'm just going to pull it in. And then on the left side, I just want to draw a shorter curve like that, just to show a little bit of the bridge of the nose. From here, let's move down and draw in the mouth. So he's got a pretty wide mouth. So we're going to start by drawing a curve from left to right, just below the nose. And we're going to curve up the sides to give him a smile. Pull the sides up. And then we'll draw a little bracket on the ends, just to finish off the mouth. And then below the mouth, we're going to draw the bottom lip. So we're just going to draw a big curve going from left to right. So we got the central part of the face. Let's get into the hair. So we're going to start with the front bang of the left side of the hair. So just above the right eye, we're going to go up here and draw a point. This is for the part in the hair. So we're just going to add some hair strands coming across towards the left. Starting from that point, I'm going to curve down towards the left eye to right about there. Now I'm going to pull this back up, tapering it upwards like that. I want to clear over this eyebrow. So I'm just going to draw a curve going above the eyebrow and then down on the left side, and I'm going to pull that back up, curving up. From here, I'm going to layer in a little bang coming out towards the left this way. So we're going to flick it out in the opposite direction. So from the tip, we're going to step down and then curve up and towards the left. We're going to curve that back up and in. We're going to do an overlap. So there's a bunch of strands of hair here that we're going to overlap. So stepping in around about halfway along this line, I'm going to curve up. Now we're going to add some more bangs. We're going to curve out, and then we're going to curve back up, upwards along the side of the head. Now this is going to curve around back to this point right here. So what we want to do is add some large bangs along the side. So from this point, I'm going to curve up, and I'm going to curve across. Now we want to do a little overlap. So about halfway along this line, curve up. Now we want to make our way to the top of the head, which would be right about here. So we're going to curve down and up, and then we're going to round it out and just above this part. So going to the top of the head, coming down to here, and now we're going to pull this right into that curve, that starting point, right like that. If you want, you can add some hair strands along here. So because the hair's brushed this way, I want to start along this side, just draw a few curves going across, and they don't have to be the same length. It can be various length like that. And from here, we're going to move towards the right side. So from here, I'm going to draw a curve right into that eyebrow. I'm going to pull that back up. I'm going to come to the side of the head, to right about there. Now we want to draw some strands going back up, tucked in underneath this main part of the hair. So from here I'm going to curve up. Now this is the side of the head. I'm going to curve down with a short line and work my way back up. Curving up and over towards the left. I want to draw one little strand of hair here. So I'm going to draw a curve going up and out. I'm going to pull that right in underneath. And again, I'm going to add some hair strands here. So just pulling maybe a couple lines across like that. From this point, now I can tuck in the bottom of the face. Now the chin, I'm going to locate really close to that bottom lip. So just underneath the hair on the left side here, I'm going to curve down towards the chin and then back up on the right side. Starting here, we're going to curve down towards the middle. Now I'm going to pull this back up right above there, right to that same point where we have that little bang sticking out. So curving around like that. So he's got some pretty chiseled cheekbones. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw two curves coming down on either side of the cheeks. I'm going to curve down. On the right, we'll curve down. We're going to add some ears. So underneath this hairbang, the ears are sort of in line with the eyes. So we're going to move across. The ear is going to be located right here. Just going to curve down and in towards the head. Up here, we're going to draw a curve for the inner ear detail. On the right, we're going to do the same thing. So starting at the top, curve out, and then pull that back in. And then up here, we're just going to draw a curve for the inner ear detail. So we've got the face, let's get into the body. So with all my chibis, I draw the body the same height as the head. So using my opposite hand, I measure out the head, come down, and this is where the bottom of the feet are going to be. So I want to draw the line of the inside of the cloak first. So on the left of center, I'm going to draw a curve coming down and then out towards the left. So there's a slight bend going out this way. And then right of center, I'm going to draw the opposite, curving out towards the right. I want to make sure that they're at the same height. Let's move back up to the top underneath the neck. We're going to start with the bow tie. Start with a circle. Now we're going to draw a line going out towards the left underneath the collar. And then at the bottom here, we're going to go out towards the left. We're going to go up towards the right. And then down towards the right. Inside, right beside the circles, we're just going to draw two little curves for a little wrinkle in the bow tie. Now below the bow tie, I'm going to draw a little V shape down to the center of the vest. So from the left coming down, then going back up. Now again, because the feet are coming down here, halfway between the feet and the chin is where the waist is going to be. So I want to end the vest right about here. So let's draw in the scarf on the side, just peeking out on both sides of the cloak. So right below this line, I'm going to curve down and in. On the right, we'll curve down and in. Again, same height. Go straight across the bottom, just to finish off the scarf. We're going to work our way up, drawing these little stripes. So at the bottom, I'm going to draw a straight line across. 2, 3. We're going to draw 3 lines across. 2, 3. At the bottom here, I just want to show a little bit of the tassels. So I'm just going to draw a couple little short lines coming down like that. From here, let's work our way down the vest. So from this center of this V, we're going to come down with a straight line. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do a reverse V, so an upside down V, like that. Up here, we're going to draw the collar of the vest. So right here, we're going to curve out towards the right, out towards the left. And we're going to add a couple buttons here. Draw one circle at the top, and then one at the bottom. Let's get into the collar. So he's got a big collar on his cloak. So on the side on the left, right underneath the chin, we're going to draw an angled line going out. We're going to curve this in towards the inside seam of the cloak, curving down and in. From here about halfway, we're going to angle out. And then again, we're going to curve this down even lower. We're going to curve down to the inside of the cloak. Let's do the same thing on the right. So over here, draw an angled line out. Now we're going to curve this like we did on the left to the inside seam of the cloak. And here, angling out. And then curving that down and in. Okay, so we got that section. Let's get into the outside of the cloak now. So from here, I want to curve up and out. On the left, I'm going to curve it up and out towards the left, up and out towards the right, making sure they're the same length. I'm going to curve these up underneath the collar. So right about here, I'm going to curve down and out towards the left. So it's a very subtle curve going out on both sides. Let's get into the legs. So down here, we're going to draw on the lower torso. So a little curve going across. In the center, I'm going to draw a straight line coming down. And then from here, I'm going to curve it back up on the right side only, just for the fly of the pant. Let's get into the inner part of the leg. So left, this little point here, we're going to move over towards the right, curve down towards the heel. On the right, we're going to move over to the left, curve down towards the heel. Now we're going to draw on the bottoms of the feet. So from the heel to toe, I just want to draw curve coming down and across. We do the same on the right side, making sure they're roughly the same length. From here, from the toe, I'm going to curve up the top of the foot. So what I want to do is take this point, curve up, almost like a half circle, aiming towards that heel, but I'm not going to go all the way across. I'm going to go up, and just pull it down to right about there. At the top of this curve, I'm going to pull this in underneath the cloak, just like that. Let's do the same thing on the right. So right here, go up, and pull this in, aiming towards the heel. Halfway along this curve, at the top of the foot here, we're going to curve and tuck it in underneath the cloak. We're going to add the pant cuff just along here. Draw a curve across the bottom, so there's a little overlap. I'm going to go up and just draw the top of the cuff. Across like that. We're going to give his boots a little bit of sole. So we're going to step up here, draw that same curve just above it, just to thicken up that sole. Cross on both sides. Okay, so let's get into the arms. This side I'm going to have his hand out holding his wand. This side we're just going to have it hanging down in a fist. So right here, the shoulders here, it's going to curve out towards the hand. So let's start right from this tip of this collar. We're going to move down and curve out towards the left. This is the top of the arm. Now we're going to curve the cuff of the sleeve, so curving downwards. Take this point and curve it underneath the cloak, so it kind of bends this way. Up here, we're just going to draw the cuff with another curve like that. Let's get into the hand. So from this point of the cuff, we're going to swirl around and then come up. This is for the thumb. Now we want to draw the palm of the hand. So from here, we're just going to curve down and in. We can leave a little gap on the inside there. Beside the thumb, curve out and in. We're going to tuck in another finger underneath here. Underneath this finger right here, we're going to curve around, almost like an oval, and tuck that in underneath the thumb. We'll do that one more time. Just underneath, curve that around. At the bottom of this finger, we're going to curve the bottom of the palm, just coming in underneath that cuff. And then for the wand, we're just going to imagine an angled line going up straight to the tip of the wand. We're going to draw a little point up here. Take that tip and just curve it down in behind the hands. We're going to go in the opposite direction. So there's a pointed wand right up here. Let's go to the right side and finish this off with this side of the arm. So we're going to start with the inside part first. So right here, we're going to curve down to the cuff. We're going to curve up towards the right, towards the outside of the arm. Now this is going to curve up underneath the collar, sort of like we did on the left. Starting up here, we're going to curve down to the outside. Draw another curve here for the top of the cuff. Now for the fist, we're going to start at this end and then curve out the thumb. We're going to draw a little bracket. Now at the end of this thumb, right down here, we're going to swirl around that bracket. Come down here, do an overlap, and then we'll do that one more time and pull this underneath the cuff, just like that. The final thing is I want to come down in between the lower torso and between the legs and just draw the back side of this cloak, because the cloak is pulled in behind the legs. So we're just going to start down here and just draw a straight line across, and that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chibi Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.